like even when you get that dream home, it's not, okay, I got my dream home and it's done. No, you're adding stuff to make it feel homely. You're adding decorations, you're adding trinkets, you're adding trees in your backyard, fruit trees, planting herbs, vegetables, all of these things, making it sustainable, putting solar panels, like however you see fit, however you dream your home to look like. It's never done. It's always adding something to make it feel a little bit more homely. And what's important, when we get our desires fulfilled, we got to give back, especially if it's financial abundance. We have to help those that are in need with financial abundance, with food, with water, with all of these things. We cannot just hold on to our money selflessly and just think of all the more things that we want to buy and be materialistic. No, we can have nice things, we can have nice outfits, we can have a nice home and nice things in our home, but we still have to give back to our community. And also, when you're not in a position to give financially, but the universe keeps blessing you in other areas of your life, you got to find a way to give back in some way, whether it's sharing a message that helps other people, whether it's teaching your kids, whether it's spending quality time with them, whether it's going to volunteering at a local food drive. Like all of these things, just try to do something where you give back, and that's how you get more blessings in, by giving, and not just hoarding. And teaching is not just about teaching them math, science, English, whatnot. Teaching is about just having conversations with them, philosophical conversations with them about how the world operates, because the school is going to teach them something, and you need to teach them the truth of this world. You can't just shy away from teaching them thinking they're too young. No, there's stuff that you just need to tell them and break it down for them in a way that they'll understand it. So it's like telling them about creation, telling them all these things, and having just real conversations with them. And the way they gain values is by seeing what you're doing, how you handle situations. That's how they're going to handle situations as they get older. And also, values are taught to them in situations. Like, say they don't want to share something with their brother. You tell them, hey, you give them a real life example. How would it feel if someone didn't share with you? You'd want someone to share with you. He's little. He's your brother. Like, you want to make him feel happy. You don't want to just hold on to something and never give. It's good to give, but like, that's how you see. Like, there's 2 examples that I've done, and I don't do it consciously. It just comes out naturally. We'll just be having a conversation where we have stray cats in our neighborhood, and it's really nice that one person comes and actually delivers them food every week and water and does all these things. But there's times when they're still hungry, and or they finish the food, or they don't want to eat the cat nibble. And when we go to the grocery store, we'll get cheese, and we give them cheese, like pieces of cheese, because they like it. It's delicious. And then I'll explain it to them that, hey, we're feeding these cats because they're stray cats. They don't have a home. They don't have an owner. They don't have anyone taking care of them, cleaning them, feeding them, anything. They're in the cold. They don't have a home, so they're struggling. So when we give them the cheese, they feel grateful, and they feel happy, and they feel loved when you give them this. And he's like, oh, okay, like he feels happy about the deed that he did. And then as he gets older, he's going to want to do that because it's instilled in him. And then another situation, there's a boy that gets on the other school bus, and he's in a wheelchair. And my son asked, hey, how come he's in a wheelchair? And I'm like, because he's disabled. There's a lot of people that are born disabled. They're either blind, they can't hear, their body, their legs, their hands don't work. So they have a harder life. So we have to be grateful that we have legs and hands, and we're able to move and run and play sports and do all these things, and our mind is working sound. So we have to be grateful to the Creator for that. So it's like, that's how we teach them values. That's how we get them to understand the world, by things that they see, experiences that they come into contact with. This is how we develop empathy, compassion, kindness, caring, a sense of humor, all of these things, just by our interactions with them, just by explaining things to them. Like, explaining, a lot of us don't do, where we don't explain things to people, adults, but it's even more important to explain things to kids. This is how we make them good communicators in life. A lot of people struggle with communication skills. They're afraid to say things, they don't want to be embarrassed, all these things. But by explaining things to them, and them having a better understanding of themselves, the world, how things operate, they'll feel confident to explain things and talk to other people, and they won't have this social anxiety that a lot of people suffer from. So that was just like me explaining to you about kids and how we like just help mold them into being these confident human beings. So the overall wrap of this is just keep striving for more, keep praying and desiring more, keep working on yourself so that you are the best version of yourself day in, day out. Take care of your health, take care of your mind, take care of your body, take care of your soul. And you will feel fulfilled eventually. It may not feel right now, but at least you're raising your vibration and higher by doing all these things. And eventually you'll just feel peace and calmness. And that's what matters at the end of the day.